Jean-Joseph Marie Gabriel de Lattre de Tassigny, GCB, Mic, February 2, 1889, January 11, 1952, was a notable French military commander during World War I and even more so in World War II and the First Indochina War. Jean de Lattre de Tassigny was posthumously promoted to Marshal of France. An officer during the World War I, he was engaged notably in combat on various fronts, including Verdun, while being wounded 5 consecutive times, and endured the war, finishing with 8 citations, the Legion d'Honneur and the Military Cross. During the interwar period, he took part in campaigns in Morocco where he was wounded in action again. He then pursued a career in the General Staff Headquarters and command of regiments. At the debut of World War II, from May to June of 1940, the youngest general of France led his division during the Battle of France, making front at the battles of Rethel, Champagne-Ardenne, and Loire, and carried on till the armistice of June 22, 1940. During the Vichy regime, he remained in the Armistice Army, where he occupied command posts at the regional echelons, then as Commander-in-Chief of Troops in Tunisia. Commander of the 16th Militaire Division at Montpellier, during the invasion of the Free Zone, following the disembarking of Allied forces in North Africa, on November 11, 1942, he was arrested for having refused the orders not to fight and, the only active general to do so, he commanded his troops to oppose the invaders. Nevertheless, he managed to escape and rallied Free France at end of 1943. Following his rallying to Charles de Gaulle, he was one of the Grand Commander-in-Chiefs of the Liberation Army from 1943-1945 who illustrated his leadership at the head of the army, which, following the disembarking of August 15, 1944, led the successful campaign battles including Rennes-Danube. He was the only French general of World War II who commanded Grand American units. He was the French representative at Berlin on May 8, 1945, with Eisenhower, Zhukov and Montgomery. Commander-in-Chief of French forces in Germany in 1945, then Inspector General of the French Army, French, Inspection Générale des Armées, and General Headquarters of National Defense, French, Chef d'État-Major Général de la Défense Nationale. In 1947, he was the Vice President of the Superior War Council. From 1948 to 1950, with Field Marshal Montgomery, he was the first Commander-in-Chief of Ground Forces in Western Europe. In 1951, he was the High Commissioner, Commander-in-Chief in Indochina and Commander-in-Chief of the French Far East Expeditionary Corps. He was elevated to the dignity of Marshal of France posthumously in 1952 during his national funeral.